He finished in first place and he smashed his lifetime personal best by over 4 seconds. It was supposed to be one of the greatest moments of his college career. However, as Owen exited the pool and got ready for his post-win interview, a notification came over the speaker.
What? Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on. They're just saying that Owen Lloyd was disqualified.
Owen and the crowd couldn't believe what they were hearing, and as Owen's coach took him aside and told him about the rule he'd unknowingly broken, he completely fell to pieces. See, when he climbed up on the lane line to celebrate his incredible win and tumbled over into his teammate Ross Dant's lane, he had broken NCAA Rule 2.5b. A swimmer who changes lanes during a heat shall be disqualified. Even though they had both already finished the race and Owen wasn't interfering with any active swimmers, the judges held onto a very strict and literal interpretation of the rule. They stripped Owen of the win and they awarded Ross with first place. But as Ross received the headset to speak to the commentators, he tore into the judges.
I think that's the dumbest rule in swimming. Owen beat me fair and square. He should be on that podium. We train all year for a moment like that, and to have him disqualified, I think is the dumbest thing ever. No, he earned that fair and square. He will be getting that medal.
Ross refused to stand on the top step of the podium, and he handed Lloyd the gold medal during the ceremony. However, that didn't change the official standings. Owen had swam the fastest time in his life, and if it had been allowed to stand, he would have been granted an automatic qualification to the NCAA Championships. He went home completely defeated. However, as the year went on, Owen continued competing and performing so well that even with the disqualification, he still managed to rank high enough to make it to the NCAA Championships. At the championships, Owen secured his place as an All-American, as one of the fastest young athletes in the country. He even technically swam a personal best, but the time still wasn't as fast as the one he clocked in earlier that year before it was ripped away from him. It was a bittersweet victory for Owen. He'd placed 5th overall in the national rankings, and he would have been 3rd if the ACC judges had been more reasonable. However, Owen still had one more year of eligibility in the ACCs, so he knew he still had one more chance for revenge on the judges. And when the day arrived, as the race played out, it was clear that Owen wasn't going to let this opportunity slip through his fingers.
Everyone is on their feet that knows what happened. Everyone is so excited for this young man. Anyone who deserves it more, I cannot find them right now.
And as he pulled off the win and the crowd roared and shook the stadium, Owen swam up to the lane line, stared at the judges, put his hands on the rope, and...
Did you see he just...
He laughed to himself, he climbed out of the pool, and he soaked it all in. Owen hadn't just won the race, he'd officially smashed through his own personal best once again.
First thing I want to say is ball don't lie.